So, namaste, and welcome to this yoga practice for building up our courage and galvanizing our confidence and overcoming our fears. So, this has been a special request. And we're going to start just by sitting and talking a little bit about where we feel fear in the body and what we can do about it. So if you come to sitting at the edge of your seat and support your feet with a block if you would like to, so that you get your knees pointing out sort of around about hip height. And here, if you can sit really tall and find that space just at the bottom of the rib cage where the sort of breathing part of the body joins the digesting part of the body. And here is a place we call the solar plexus. It's the third chakra, and it's the yellow one on the meditating man here, and on the flags up there. And this is the area where we feel both fear and confidence. So if you think about something that worries you, that gives you anxiety or a mental stress, then sometimes you get a fluttery feeling in your tummy. And it can actually lead to digestive problems for those who have sensitive digestion, like IBS and things like that. So this is where we feel it, but it's also the seat of our confidence and our courage in the body as well. So we're going to work a lot with this area today. And for now, we're simply going to sit with our hands over this area, closing the eyes, or gazing gently downward if you prefer, and taking a few deep breaths. As you breathe, try to feel the breath moving into the area under your hands. This action of breathing in this way has the effect of softening those feelings of anxiety or fear, and perhaps even releasing them. The vagus nerve, which is the longest of the cranial nerves and comes down from the brain through the whole body, travels through this area and is associated with the rest and digest parasympathetic response in the body. Breathing these deep diaphragmatic breaths tones that nerve and helps us to cope and manage better with feelings of anxiety or fear. It makes us more resilient, better adapted to managing stress. So let's do another 5 deep breaths. And then you can keep your breath deep if that feels natural to you. But bring to mind perhaps just a little something that you're working your courage up to overcome. Something that has you perhaps just a touch worried, a little anxious, or a little fretful. And notice what that does to your breath and to your body, what physical responses you have to that. So you might notice a tightening of the muscles of the face and the jaw, maybe a tightening of the shoulders, the chest, and maybe that fluttering or tightening of sensation across the abdomen here. And then with that in mind, try to release the tension, soften the effort, let go of that feeling of anxiousness or stress, and breathe a little deeper. These kinds of stresses and anxieties are a completely normal part of life. What we hope to do in yoga is to provide coping strategies and management for these feelings so that they don't overwhelm us. So that if we feel this way, we notice our physical responses, we can soften, we can relax, we can release, we can find our breath. When you're ready, you can allow your breath to fall back into its natural rhythm. Just blink your eyes open. We're just going to give our tummies a little massage with our hands still there. So a clockwise direction. Clockwise for you, which I will probably be doing anti-clockwise on your screen, but it's clockwise on my body. So clockwise direction, just gentle. You don't need to press firmly. It's just that sensation of contact and warmth. And if you want to, you can move your body a little bit. So you can open your chest a little bit as your hands come up and lean a little bit as they come down. There we are. We're going to use our tummy muscles just enough to provide stability for this movement without stopping that deep breath if you want to keep doing that deep breath. Very good. This is also a great way to settle your digestive system if you have that anxiety-related digestive trouble. Let's go one more time around. And then finishing with the hands resting on the center again and just relaxing the arms. So hopefully you feel a little bit warmed here. We're going to gently stimulate, and what we're going to do is galvanize our energy and improve our courage. So we're going to take our feet a little bit further apart, maybe with the feet turned out a little bit. And we're going to reach the arms wide as well. So it doesn't matter if the arms are out or if you feel inclined to bring the arms up, wherever is good for you. So we're going to breathe in and open the chest as we look up a little bit, and then breathe out and just round the back and draw the elbows down and maybe slightly behind us. Okay, scoop the belly in a bit. Breathing in, reaching the arms out or up, lifting the chest, and breathing out, drawing the elbows back behind us, just leaning gently forward. Breathing in and up and open. Breathing out, gently drawing the elbows backwards. Breathing in, opening, breathing out. Just a gentle rounding, scooping in of that space that we had our hands on. Breathing in and breathing out. We'll do one more. Breathing in And breathing out. And then come to sitting upright, just rest your hands on your knees. And these slow movements with the breath also help us to tone our vagus nerve. So we're going to keep going with that. We're going to rest our hands on the thighs or the knees and just a little bit of firmness in the belly. And we're just gently going to circle the upper body. So feet are firm on the floor, circling the upper body, making sure your bottom is firmly on the chair as well. And if you want to, you can breathe out as you fold a little bit forward and breathe in as you come backwards. And you might need to slow your movement down to coordinate with your breath or speed it up perhaps. Very good. And we'll go the opposite way as well. So just allowing your body to find stillness before reversing. And just doing a range of movement that feels good to you. So if it feels not so good to lean too much forward, you don't need to. If you want to lean a little bit further back and lift your chin, you can do that as well. Very good. I think we'll do one more in this direction. And then bringing yourself back to center. We're going to do some deep cleansing breaths. So feeling a little bit what's going on in the body here, maybe in the back of the body as well. Breathing in, reaching your arms out, up if you would like to. Breathing out, turning your palms and floating the arms down to the side. See if you can get that feeling of space under the rib cage as you breathe in, reaching up. And breathing out, floating the arms down to the side. Breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, turning the palms, floating the arms down. Let's do one more. Breathing in, reaching up, find that lift under the ribs. Breathing out, reaching down, floating down. Very good. Awesome stuff. So here we're going to prepare a little bit for some side bending. So we'll have the arms nice and relaxed by the side. We can bring the feet back towards each other if it's more restful for your hips. And then just gently easing ourselves. A little bit side bend, running your fingers perhaps down the chair leg at the front of the chair. Just a gentle movement. Doesn't need to be very far. Just waking up the sides of the body there. And always making sure that it feels comfortable, natural, feels good to you. Excellent. So coming back to center, we're going to roll our shoulders as well. Prepare a little bit more for some more involved arm movements. So rolling the shoulders and reversing, rolling in the opposite direction as well. Bringing the hands to rest on the lap, taking the chin towards the chest, rolling the right ear towards the right shoulder, chin to chest, rolling the left ear towards the left shoulder. Gentle movements, chin to chest, rolling to the right, rolling to the left. If you want to, you can roll to the right and then lift your chin up and take the left ear to the left shoulder and roll to the front. If you want to, you don't have to, you can keep doing your little semicircles if you prefer. Whichever way you're going, just reversing if you're doing the circles. Always remember to work gently with your neck. Doesn't need to be the biggest range of movement. Let's find our way back, chin to chest. And here we're just going to roll the shoulders up and back and down as the chin is on towards the chest. And then relaxing the shoulders, taking your head back to center, making any movements that you'd like to. We're going to take our feet a little bit wider again. It doesn't need to be really wide, but perhaps just slightly off your block. And then we're going to bend our left elbow and make some circles with our elbow. So if you feel moved to include your upper body in those circles, then that's fine. If you prefer not to, that's okay as well. So the arm is nice and soft. We're beginning to explore the space here down the side of the body. And you can make the circles a little bit bigger if you want to, if that's a range of movement that's really available to you. And again, if you want to move with your upper body as you make these circles, whichever way is best for you, that's great, Annette. Then feeling yourself go with that. Maybe just a touch of control in your center here. And we'll do one more in this direction, or on this side rather, because we're only going in this direction. We're going to rest the left hand down, feel the difference between the two sides of the body, and then soften the right elbow and begin with some small circles of the right elbow. Faces. And then if you want to, you can allow your body to do a little bit more movement, just if it feels like it wants to be involved. And make those circles a little bit bigger. And if you were going in the opposite direction, don't worry about that. If you are moved to go in a particular direction, it's probably the direction that suits you the best. So nice soft elbows, little firmness in the belly muscles. And if you need to go slower, that's okay, just steady movements. Let's do one more in this direction. And bring ourselves back to center and just take a moment to notice the effect of that work. So hopefully you're feeling a little freer of your movement down the sides of the body, maybe a nice little effort in the back of the body as well. So here we're going to try to take our toes out towards the sides and our knees to follow the toes. So if that isn't a comfortable position for your hips, then absolutely leave your knees supported by your feet in a different position that suits you better. But if you're able to take your knees out to the side, that feels okay, then we can go here. So we're going to take the right hand down to the right leg and then firm the belly. Breathe in as we lift the left hand up and breathe out as we fold to the side, but using the support of the hand in front of us. Breathe in back to center and breathe out, folding to the right side. Breathe in back to center. Breathe out, folding to the right side. Breathe in back to center and breathe out as we relax that left arm down. We'll support the left side of the body with the left hand. Breathe in the right hand up. Breathe out and leaning over to your left side, right side. Breathe in back to center. Breathing out, leaning to the left. Lovely. Breathe in back to center. Breathing out as we lean over to the side. Breathe in back to center. And breathing in over to the side. We'll do one more for luck. Breathing in and breathing out. Lovely. Breathing in back to center. Turn the palm. Just float your arm down to your side as you breathe out. And again, just take a moment, feeling the sides of the body. Maybe the space underneath the armpits feels really good. So this time, we're just going to slightly shift our bend. So we've been bending sideways. Now we're going to bend over our leg. So it's still a little bit sideways, but it's also forward, but it's not all the way forward. Does that make sense? In between, about a 45-degree angle. So right hand on right thigh, breathing in, left hand up, And we're just going to breathe out as we fold kind of forward, but not quite in the center. Breathing in and up, little firmness in the belly, breathing out and forward. Use that right hand for support if you need to. Breathing in and up, breathing out and forward. We'll do 2 more. Breathing in and up, breathing out and forward, breathing in and up, breathing out and forward. Breathing in all the way up to center, breathing out, relaxing the left arm down to the side. Hold on to your left leg with your left hand, breathing in the right hand up, breathing out and folding forward over the left leg. Breathing in and up, breathing out, forward. Breathing in and up, it's kind of diagonal. Breathing out, diagonally forward. Breathing in, breathing out. And we'll do 1 more for luck. Breathing in, breathing out. Finish by breathing in, turning your hand, floating your palm down to your side. And now we're going to fold forward over the legs in front, but we're going to bring our legs a little bit closer together for some support. So maybe the width of your block apart, so just outside shoulder width, hip width even, and settling yourself a little bit back onto your seat. The idea here is not to fold all the way into a forward bend, but to simply allow the body to find some forward movement and some backward movement, okay? And we will eventually end up in a forward bend. We're going to use both hands. Either they can be on the hips, if that's more comfortable for you, or you can raise them up over your head. So breathing in, lifting the chest. If your arms are coming up, lifting your arms. As you breathe out, folding just a little bit forward, long back. Breathing in back to center, maybe opening the hands slightly behind you. Breathing out and forward. Breathing in and up, firm in the feet, firm in the belly. Breathing out and forward. And this time we're going to breathe in as we come back and then breathe out as we fold. So you can reach forward and then continue to fold, draping the body over the thighs and letting the arms rest down to the sides. Let your head be nice and relaxed. And maybe it feels good to relax your shoulders forward. Maybe it feels better to keep some stability between the shoulder blades, just keeping length in the neck there. Let your body be supported by your legs. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then we're going to slide the hands up the shins to the tops of the thighs or the knees. And then a little bit of effort in the tummy muscles, press into the hands and come up into sitting again. Fantastic stuff, guys. Okay, so from here, we're going to take the hands where they are, just above the knees, lean ever so slightly forward so the elbows are nice and bent, and just gently sway a little from side to side. Like a snake. Almost. If you can, roll your shoulder blades towards each other to open your chest a little bit and feel what's going on, not only in the front of your body, but in the sides and in your low back. Enjoy, maybe even look forward a little bit as well. And then coming back to center, we're going to tuck the chin to the chest, press through the hands, round through the back, and then sit tall. Awesome sauce, guys. Okay, so we've done quite a lot sitting down, and as you know, I do like to stand up a little bit in chair classes as well. We're going to do that, and then we're going to come back to sitting down and put some of these motions together that we've been working with. So blocks to one side, coming up into standing, and we're going to first do a little cat pose on our chair. So we've been enjoying this variation of cat recently. So hands onto the chair as far apart as you can make them. Feet underneath the hips, and then just soften the knees so that your hips sit a little bit behind your feet. We're going to inhale as we look forward, And then exhale, rounding through the spine, tucking the chin to the chest and drawing the shoulders and hips towards each other. Inhaling, little firmness in the belly as you look forward, maybe stick your bottom out a little bit. Exhaling, rounding the opposite way. Let's do 2 more. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. From this rounded shape, take your body all the way to the right side of your body all the way to the right side. Then take your tummy towards the floor into your back bend. Take your left side body all the way to the left, and then draw the back of your body up. So it's a barrel-shaped circle. We're going around, right side to the right, tummy towards the floor, belly firm, left side to the left, back up towards the ceiling. Right side to the right, maybe even look to the right, tummy towards the floor, looking forward, left side to the left, and back up towards the ceiling. Let's reverse that. Left side to the left, tummy towards the floor, looking forward, right side to the right, and back up towards the ceiling. Left side to the left, tummy towards the floor, right side to the right, back up towards the ceiling. One more time around. Very good. And then finishing in your up cat, coming to neutral, walking towards your chair, just using the back of the chair if you need to, stand upright and taking a moment, adjusting your clothing. I always seem to need to do that. And take a moment just standing steady, using the chair if you need to feel the effect of that work in the center of the body. That's where we're really focused on today. Very good. Okay, so we're going to do a little activation for this center of the body as well, using our chair for a bit of support. I'll show you what we're going to do first. So we're going to reach the leg that's closest to the chair backwards and the arm that's furthest away from the chair forwards. And then we're going to bring the elbow and the knee towards each other. Okay, so this full movement might not suit everybody in class. So if you don't want to take your weight onto one leg rather than one leg at a time, you can step your leg that's nearest the chair backwards and keep your weight on both feet and raise your arm and simply draw your elbow into your navel and leave your back leg backwards. Okay, so that's your alternative variation. So we're going to do about, let's say, 10 of these, okay? So reaching the leg nearest the chair backwards, the hand forwards, reaching as you breathe in. As you breathe out, elbow to knee in front of the body. Breathing in, stretch the hand and the foot apart. Breathing out, elbow to knee. We'll do 5. Breathing in. Breathing out, elbow to knee. Breathing in. Breathing out, elbow to knee. Last one. Breathing in. Breathing out, elbow to knee. And we're going to breathe in as we stretch. And then breathe out as we relax down on that side. Okay, so I hope that was okay. We're going to face towards our chair, and the leg that was our standing leg, we're going to step that leg as far away from us as we can. We might want to bring the chair a little closer towards us. So we're going to do our warrior one pose. So the back leg, the foot can be turned out slightly. The front leg, the foot is facing towards the direction we came. Let your hips fall wherever they want to fall. Okay, it doesn't matter. And then here we're going to bend our front knee only, pressing into the back heel at the same time. And if you want to, you can leave both hands on your chair. You can raise the arm of the leg that's backwards. You can bring the hand to the chest if you prefer. If you want to, you can raise both arms. Whatever position you're in, we're going to lengthen the front leg as we breathe in and bend the front knee just a little as we breathe out. Lengthen the front leg as we breathe in Bend the front knee as we breathe out. Just one more. Lengthen the front leg, breathing in. Bend the front knee, breathing out. And then gently allow your hands to come down to your chair. You're going to step the back leg forwards and then do a downward facing dog. So let your feet come away from your chair, soften your knees, lengthen your tailbone out behind you and your torso towards the floor. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And then with soft knees, wiggling your hips maybe from side to side if that feels good. Excellent. When you're ready, coming back to the center, soften the knees looking forward, press into your chair, come back to standing, and then either turn to the opposite side if you're able to, or turn your chair to the opposite side, and we'll be able to do our standing tummy strengthening posture first. Okay, so this side might be different. You might want more of a grip on the chair, or you might want to do the modified version where you take the leg nearest the chair backwards and simply bring your elbow into your navel, whichever you prefer. So standing tall, stretch your arm up. I seem to be going off the camera here. Arm up and leg back, breathing in. Breathing out, elbow to knee in front of you. Breathing in as you stretch and open, breathing out, elbow to knee. Breathing in, breathing out, elbow to knee. Breathing in, breathing out, elbow to knee. One more, breathing in, breathing out, elbow to knee. Breathing in, finish. Breathing out, relax the legs back together and the arm by the side. We're going to turn to face our chair. We're going to step back the standing leg, which is the opposite leg, as far as it goes, so that we come into our split leg posture for warrior one. Make sure the back toes are pointing out a little bit. Don't worry about your hips. Front foot facing forward if you can. Take a deep breath in here. And as you breathe out, bend your front knee and press into your back heel at the same time. You can hold onto the chair with both hands, with one hand on your heart, with one hand up, or both hands up, as you choose. Breathe in and lengthen your front leg. Breathe out, bend your front knee. Breathe in, lengthen your front leg. Breathe out, bend your front knee. One more time, breathing in, breathing out. And then as you breathe in, lengthen both legs, drop your hands down as you breathe out, step towards your chair. Let's do our downward dog again. So walking your feet a little bit backwards, soft knees, hands supported by the chair back, lengthening your torso towards the floor. And this time gently looking from one side to the other. So a little gentle turn of the head if that feels good, not if it doesn't. And then again, gently swaying the hips from side to side. The head can move at the same time if you want to, it doesn't have to. And when you're ready, you can bring your hips to stillness, soft knees, look towards your seat and walk towards your seat. Very good. Okay, so we're going to come back to sitting and we're going to do a warrior two variation. We are going to have to stand up again, possibly. So I apologize for this being an up and down class. It's just so that we can provide as much support as possible for our movements. Okay, so we're going to turn the right leg out to the right and then lengthen the left leg out to the left. The right leg will be bent, the left leg will be long or longish. And it doesn't matter if it's just the heel of your left foot on the floor or if you're able to get your toes to the floor. That's got much more to do with ankle flexibility than anything else. So just wherever is good for you. We want to have some connection down with the legs so that we can press the legs into the floor, particularly this right foot. Okay, and we're going to sit really tall and widen our arms out to the sides. Turn the palms down and let the fingers reach as far away as you can, and then draw your shoulder blades together so you get this sense of openness, particularly across this space underneath the rib cage. Turn to look at the middle finger of your right hand, and we are doing our beautiful modified version of Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana 2. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. As you breathe in, breathe from that center. Feel the energy of your breath travel up to your shoulders, down your arms, into the palms of the hands. Very gently turn your head towards the center. We're going to drop our right forearm or hand, whichever is easiest, down onto our right thigh and reach the left hand up and over. So we create a beautiful line down the body from the fingertips of the left hand to the toe tips of the left foot. Draw the belly muscles inwards. Roll the shoulder blades maybe just a touch together. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Turn your left palm. Breathe in back to the center. Breathe out the arms down to the side. Collect your left leg with your left hand and draw it back into the center. Collect your right leg with your right hand back to center, and spend a moment just with the knees together or towards each other, hands on the thighs, and closing the eyes, feeling the difference between the two sides of the body. When you're ready, you can move to the opposite side. So the left knee turns out, but the left leg remains bent, and the right leg reaches away from you. And it can either be with the heel of the foot on the floor, toes towards the floor. As long as you feel you've got something you can press down into, that's what counts. And it might look differently on this side, depending on how our hips behave, and it doesn't have to be a mirror image. So let's reach the arms wide, breathing in. Breathing out, palms down, spread the fingers away from each other, draw the shoulder blades towards each other. Turn to look at the middle finger of your left hand. Allow the shoulders to remain down the back and breathe from that center space. Feel the breath moving through the body. One more deep breath. Then turning your head to center, drawing the left hand to the top of the left thigh or the forearm if you prefer, and reaching your right arm over, feeling that space down the sides of the body, underneath the rib cage. A couple of long, deep breaths here. Little firmness in the belly. To come out, we're going to turn the right palm up, press into the left leg at the same time as we reach up. We're going to gather the right leg in with the right hand and the left knee in with the left hand. And with the knees towards each other, just spend a moment, long deep breath. Very good. Okay, so hopefully by now you're beginning to feel that power you have within you, this seat of power in the body, this courage, this confidence. And we're going to stand up one more time to do a variation of a pose called Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. So in the classic Warrior 3 pose, the arms come over the head, the hinge forward from the hips happens, and the leg comes out behind us. We're going to do this with the chair, starting from where we do cat-cow. So taking the hands onto the seat of the chair itself. And for anyone who would like to keep both feet on the ground, we're going to start with our right leg first and slide the right leg back, but with the toes on the ground. The left knee is not locked straight. There's a little softness there. And if you want to here, firming the belly muscles, you can just gently lift and lower the right leg. Okay? Gentle lift and lower, using our upper body for some support. And if anyone wants to, you can hold with the leg off the ground. It doesn't matter how high, but if you want to, we're aiming to get the thigh up towards hip height, And then if you want to, you can reach your opposite hand forward, but keep looking downwards. Keep that other arm down on the chair for support. We're going to reach the toes and fingers away from each other if you're with your leg up. If your leg is on the floor, simply just reaching backwards. Deep breath in, deep breath out, and then gently lowering the leg and the hand, stepping onto both feet and doing a little cat-cow wiggle here. So you can wiggle in any direction. It might be side to side, it might be up and down, it might be a combination of all of these, but just a little wiggle so the effort in the back of the body isn't carried into our next posture. Then coming back to center, we'll do the same thing on the other side, and I promise this is the last standing posture of the day. So sliding the left toes backwards, it might be that you keep the left toes on the floor. You might want to play a little firmness with belly at lifting the left toes up and down, a little softness in the right knee of the leg that you're standing on. It's a little bit up and down. If that feels good, you might want to hold with your leg approaching hip height. It doesn't have to get up that high. In fact, it doesn't matter where it is off the floor. And then reaching the other hand, if you can, forwards. And you can do that even if the toes are down on the floor. Reaching the other hand forwards, very similar effect. We'll take a deep breath in, stretching the toes and the fingers away from each other. Deep breath out. One more deep breath in. As you exhale, release down your hand and your foot. Slide your foot back underneath your hip. And again, a little bit of a wiggle from side to side, or up and down, or a combination of all of these, so that you get a real sense of moving through the torso, the hips and the shoulders. When you're ready, you can step towards your chair. Just give yourself a little moment as you come to standing to hold on to the chair. Make sure that everything feels good. And then we are going to come to sitting, and it might be that we go into relaxation quite soon. I'm sure you hope that we do. So have your blanket, if you're using one, close by as well. Super. So here, before we finish, we're just going to do a little gentle twisting, but our twisting will be mobile, it will be dynamic. So sitting really tall, if you want to bring your feet together and your knees together, you can. We're going to reach the arms wide, open the chest as we breathe in. And as we breathe out, just gently twist to the right. Breathe in back to the center. As we breathe out, twist to the left. Breathing into center, breathing out as we twist. Breathing into center, breathing out as we twist. Let's do one more to each side. Coming back to the center, we're going to take our elbows behind us if we can. And if you want to, you can hold onto your chair as well. So if you're able to, you can just move the elbows behind you, not holding anything if you prefer, but holding onto the chair if you can, rolling the shoulder blades together and just lengthening your chin upwards so that you feel that lift underneath the ribcage, a sort of final opening. A little bit of firmness in the belly perhaps would help here. If you want to, you can lean away from your chair if you feel that that would be really nice to add that extra movement. Deep breath in, deep breath out, and returning to center. And we're going to finish with a fold over our legs. So the legs can remain together if that feels good to you, or you can take them slightly apart. Firm buttocks on the seat, and then folding forward, just draping the body, sliding the hands down the legs, draping the body forward. And as you drape forward, maybe you feel inclined to give a little nod of the head or a shake of the head. And you don't have to, but if you want to add that gentle neck release, you can. Deep breath in, deep breath out, and then firming the belly, rounding the spine, so rolling up a little bit at a time. Coming to upright. And we are finished with our yoga postures for today. So wrapping yourself in a blanket, if you've got one handy. It might be that you want it wrapped all the way around you. It's a really dreek day today here in Scotland. But if you're watching this on a video at another time, maybe it's a better day for you. But for us, it's a bit chilly. So resting your hands wherever feels good. Maybe you want to rest your hands onto your stomach. Maybe you want to rest your hands in your lap. Palms up, palms down, whatever you would like. Settle yourself back into your seat and feel the effort release from your body. We're finished with moving now. We're going to do a lion's face just to release any tension that we might be holding there. So screw all the muscles of your face in towards your nose, and then eyes open, mouth open, tongue out, exhale. Let's do 2 more of those. Screw all the muscles up towards your nose, eyes open, mouth open, tongue out, exhale. Screw all the muscles in towards the nose, eyes open, mouth open, tongue out, exhale. And then relax. Relax the tongue, maybe swallow once. Relax the shoulders, the eyes, the forehead, the jaw. Feel the body becoming really heavy into your seat, your feet becoming heavy into the floor. Allow your breath to develop into a longer, slower rhythm. Keeping the face soft, the shoulders relaxed. Draw your awareness to that space underneath the ribcage where the diaphragm meets the abdomen. And imagine there a soft yellow light. With each breath in, this light glows a little brighter. And with each breath out, that warm, gentle yellow light spreads a little further into the body. Each breath in, it glows a little brighter. Each breath out, softly spreading from your center through the body. Feel the warmth and the light moving over your hips, down your legs into your feet. Feel it moving up through your chest, over your shoulders, down your arms, into your hands, fingers. Feel that glowing warmth moving up your neck, over your face, and all around your head. Until your whole body is bathed in this warm, nurturing, yellow light. And then gently allow that light to return towards that center of the body. And as it leaves the extremities of the body, it leaves behind soft and released muscles, relaxed joints, returning that light to your center, leaving behind a body at ease and at peace. And as the light returns back to its source, we can imagine it like a little room with a glowing yellow candle inside. We are going to close the door on that room, containing that power, that confidence, knowing that we can find it within ourselves whenever we need it. And allowing ourselves a few breaths, feeling that sense of deep peace and ease through the body. And now to finish, we're going to chant Om together 3 times. So just joining in when you're ready. Gently deepen your breath. Bring your awareness back into your hands and your feet by moving your fingers, your toes, maybe rolling your ankles, your wrists. Apologize for all the clicking at this end. And when you're ready, you can take a deep breath and stretch. Maybe yawn. Stretching the legs if you want to, stretching the arms. Stretching whatever feels good. We're going to bring the soles of our feet together if you can, and the hands as well, so the palms of the hands, and rub them both together. You can let your feet become still, keep rubbing vigorously with your hands, and then taking your hands over your eyes. Feel that warmth soften and release the area around your eyes, blinking into your palms a few times, releasing your hands down as you open your eyes. Namaste, guys. Thank you for joining me for this practice for courage and overcoming your fears. I hope you found it useful.